practice consistency, build a little bit of community, and make a little bit of progress towards our goals. If that is of interest to you, side splits or lower body mobility in general, go ahead and hit subscribe and follow so that you get notified to come back when I'm back. All right. The first thing that we're going to do is called the hip car. It stands for controlled articulated rotations. And basically what we're doing is we're going to start by raising our knee as high as possible, opening up the hip as wide as possible, rotating the ankle up as high as possible, and bring the leg down and back. All right, we're going to do that 10 times. What we're doing here is trying to use our hip and leg muscles to get the maximum range of motion out of our hips. What this is useful for is getting stronger in that end range of motion where most people tend to be weak, right? If you were trying to do a bicep curl and you're curling from here, you're weaker than if you start from here, right? Same idea for every other muscle in your body. So we do the hip cars to strengthen that end range of motion and get us a little bit better mobility in the long run. All right, I think we have probably done 10 now, so let's keep going and switch to the other side. Liverpool, thank you for coming back. I am a little too far away from the screen to see what you're saying, but I did look up your soccer player, and we'll talk about that later. All right, let's switch to the other side. High knee, open the leg, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. I think we've done at least 8, so let's just do 2 more and move on to the reverse. To do in reverse, we're doing the same exact movements, but we're going to do the circle backwards. All right, it looks a little bit like this. We're going to do leg down and back, lift that so it's sideways, like we're about to, I'm off balance, like we're about to kick somebody. And then from here, bring the ankle down, and then knee forward. All right? I'm doing my right leg. You choose which side you want to start on. Back, side, ankle, knee, 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 back, side, ankle, knee. Whole bunch of people are coming in. If you're confused about what we're doing, we are doing some warm-up for side split stretches. Right now, we're just getting some blood flowing into the hips, working those extreme range of motion muscles so that you can get some blood flow going, warm up the muscles, so when we do the extreme range of motion stretching, you're prepared. All right, let's continue with that other leg and finish up these hip cars. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, I'm falling off balance. Ankle, knee. Wow. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. And I'm pretty sure that's at least 10. So let's keep going. Second warm-up exercise is the elephant walk. To get into the elephant walk, we start by standing up straight and just fold at the hips. If you can't get to 90 degrees, you only need to try your best. If you're a little bit higher up, like here, that's totally fine. From here, I want you to try to get a little bit deeper and stretch. Then, pick a knee. I'm going to choose my left knee. Bend it, keep your right leg straight, and then put your weight into that right leg so that it's in your right hip. You can feel a little bit of a stretch in the outer backside of this hip. Okay? From here, why don't you just enjoy and do a little shake. The reason why I slow down this portion is because for most people it's the first time all day that they've gotten into a stretch like this. So I like to take it a little bit slow for that first little bit. All right? Grab the leg, open up that chest so my right leg is straight. I'm opening my chest to the right, lifting the arm up. Take a look at where my hand is pointing to, and I'm going to try to get to the same position or further the next time. All right, let's switch to the other side. So now my right leg is bent, my left leg is straight. I am rotating and opening my chest to the left and pointing up to the sky. Make sure you're feeling the stretch in your hamstring and in your outer side glute. Take a deep breath, and that is the first rep. We're going to do 10 total. All right, let's go. 9 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right, that is 2 out of 3 of our warm-up exercises. I'm going to pop in to check on the chat real quick and see how we are doing. Nermeen, welcome. Hello, hello. It looks like there was some lagging, but it looks like the lagging might be okay now. Thank you for letting us know. Sevmek, welcome back. It's good to see you. Liverpool, as always, good to see you. All right. Nermeen, I think this might be your first time. I think this is your first time that I remember seeing your name commenting. So welcome, welcome. All right. Whew. Let's go. We're doing our third warm-up exercise, and this one's a little bit tough. It's called the Cossack Switch. What we're going to do is stand up straight, open up our hips, nice and wide. Doesn't have to be a stretch, just comfortable but wide. And I want you to keep your knee over your toe as much as you can, all right? So what we're going to do, and I'll show it to you from the side and I'll show it to you from the front, is drop down to one side as much as you can. You should feel some tension in the hip. You should feel a stretch in the ankle. And I want you to try to keep your knee over your toes. I'm going to do that same stretch, but I'm going to show you what it looks like on the side here. See, the knee is over the toe. I'm going to keep rotating the angle so you can see it better. The knee is over the toes. All right. From here, I'm going to go back. Oh, too far back. All right. I want you to focus and put your heel of the other leg on the ground so that your toes are up. This is called leg external rotation. All right. This is normal. This is external rotation. All right. We're going to use this later for the side splits, so I just want to point it out right now. And that's it. This is the beginning and end position of the Cossack switch. But we have to go to the other side. So what makes a Cossack switch is we're going to try and keep our butt as low as possible and go over to the other side as smoothly as possible. Same thing. You're going to feel the stretch in the Achilles and the calf. You're going to feel the weight in the hip. You're going to feel, or you're going to rotate the leg so that your heel is supporting this whole leg. All right, your toes are up, your knees are up, your quads are up. If getting across was a little bit difficult, you can always just stand up and come back down like a squat. You can come up halfway, go across, and then go back down. Whatever works for you. Remember, this is a warm-up. You don't want to get super tired before we do the rest of the exercises. We are doing a total of 5 of these, and I think this is number 4. And 5. All right, come on up. Whew. Shake out the legs. Get that blood flowing. Do a little wiggle. I'm definitely warmer than before, but I swear, and like yesterday, I was sweating by the time we got to this point. So the weather must have really cooled off. Whew. All right. Come back in. Yes, I heard that he passed in July, Liverpool. So I was surprised when you brought it up yesterday. Hi, Liti44. It's good to see you. Thank you for the compliment. All right, let's keep going. We just did our 3 warm-up exercises. We're going to continue. We're going to start our stretches. All right. if you are just popping in, you have no idea why you're here, we do 30 minutes of side split stretching every single day to practice consistency, build a little bit of community. Feel free to engage in the chat, introduce yourselves, and we do this so that hopefully we'll make some progress towards our side split goals. We're going to keep going. We just did our 3 warm-up exercises, and now we're going to get into the stretches. The first stretch that we do is a hamstring stretch. I like to do this from a standing position, and it looks a little bit like this. We take a step forward with the leg we want to stretch, then we throw the hips back. All right, right now, you should feel gravity pulling your upper body down, and that means you're really feeling that hamstring stretch, okay? And that's exactly the feeling that we want. From here, I want you to imagine putting your butt even further back that way, okay? Ugh. And when you do that, you should feel even more intense hamstring stretch, okay? The really cool part of this variation of the stretch where we're standing is gravity is pulling your whole upper body down, so you don't have to work as hard to feel that stretch. If you were seated on the ground, you'd have to be folded really far forward in order to feel the stretch, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to skip the hard stuff and get right to the painful stuff. It kind of sounded weird. We're trying to skip to the intense stretch and not make you work so hard to try and get into the stretch. All right. All right. From here, I want you to think about your belly button, okay? And I want you to try to bring the belly button down to the thigh. If you feel like your belly button is already at the thigh, I want you to think about your belly button and bring it down to the ground. We're going to hold steady pressure for 30 seconds, and it might hurt a little bit, but as long as it's not pain and it's just the muscle being tight, you're good. That's normal. All right, let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Remember to breathe. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, come on up. Shake out the leg. Switch over to the other side, and let's keep going. Stand up straight, take a step forward, throw the hips back, feel the stretch. Take a nice big breath in. Let the breath out, relax, even get deeper into the stretch. I like to tap my hamstrings. I don't know why. I'm tapping it especially a lot today. And remember, we're trying to bring our belly button down to the thigh, our belly button down to the ground. Stick the butt farther back if you can. And let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew, okay. You probably were focusing on your own stretch, but if you happened to not be doing that and were watching me do it, you might have noticed that my left leg is much less flexible than my right leg. I have an old injury in my left hamstring that acts up when I do the left hamstring stretch. So it is progressing at a much slower pace because I'm much more careful with it because I don't want it to hurt. And that might be something that you notice. For you, that might mean you want to spend a little bit more time on that left leg or whatever is injured. The other thing I want to point out is the variation that we were just doing requires a little bit of balance. You know, my knee was up over here, I was on my toes, and I had my hand like this. If you want a slightly easier variation, you can always just put that knee down and get back into a similar position here. It is totally possible that because the knee is down, you'll feel much more stable. And because you feel more stable, you feel more safe, and your body will find that it's easier to relax into the stretch. If you find it easier, do it this way. All right, so experiment, try both out. All right, we are done with the first stretch, the hamstring stretch. Next up is the butterfly stretch. The butterfly stretch looks a a little bit like this. We bring our feet together, we bring our chest up, we try to bring our knees down to the ground, and what I recommend is we use the wall behind us, or a wall, something really solid and durable, to put our backs against. And the reason why I recommend that is because it helps to keep your back straight. You don't have to think about your back. And also, it gives us a little bit of support for our arms when we do push into our knees. So let's get our back, our hips, our shoulder, our head against the wall. Bring the feet in. You'll see that the knees have popped up. I want you to first use your muscles, the outer thigh muscles, the hip muscles, and the glutes, to pull your knees down first. And then, when you cannot pull it any further, take your hands and apply some pressure. All right, we're going to hold this pressure for 30 seconds and don't relax your muscles. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, let the hands go. Straighten the legs. Oh, shake them out. Relax for a second. And we are done with our second stretch, the butterfly. We're moving on to the third stretch, the pancake stretch. But before we do that, I'm going to come over, check the messages real quick. Queen R is not here. There's 24 people. Yeah, Liverpool. We're doing well on the live. Thank you so much. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's keep going. All right. We just did our second stretch. The third stretch that we're going to do is a standing pancake. A pancake looks a little bit like this. If this hand is your upper body and this hand is your lower body, a full pancake looks a little bit like that, or a pancake, or flat. I can't do that. I don't think most people can. So we're going to do a variation that helps you get into it, similar to how we were doing the hamstring stretch where we were having gravity do all the work. We're going to get into that same position, except our legs are going to be spread. All right, so you'll still feel that hamstring stretch. It'll just be a little bit different. And then we'll have an adductor stretch. That's just the inner thigh muscles, these here. All right, so from here, if you have experience doing this and you're comfortable, you can just start however you want to start. But if this is your first time doing something like this, I recommend you get back to that wall that we were just using for the butterfly, touch your butt to the wall, and take one step forward. The reason I recommend that is because that gives you enough room to move around, but also if you start falling backwards or you get uncomfortable, you always have a wall behind you to catch you, all right? So let's spread the legs as wide as they will open. When it is no longer comfortable, as soon as it hurts, stop, and then come back up just a little bit, all right? From here, I want you to fold at the hips, and I'm going to rotate sideways so you can see what that looks like. And imagine sticking the bottoms of your butt out behind you, all right? From here, we're basically all set up. It's time for the pancake. You have two options. You can extend your arms and stick your hips further back. So if you're using the wall, your butt might just be touching the wall behind you. And you'll really feel that deep stretch. We can hang out here for 30 seconds. Or you can grab the legs and help to pull yourself down deeper into a stretch for 30 seconds. Whatever it is that you choose to do, get ready. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay. Lean forward, catch yourself with your hands. Get out of that stretch. Come on up. The pancake stretch is really intense. You should feel a stretch right here in the upper hamstring, just underneath the glute. you should feel a stretch here on the inner thighs. Whew. Let's take a couple of deep breaths and congratulate ourselves. We are 3 of the 5 stretches done. We have 2 more stretches to go. And the final stretch is the side split. So we've been doing all this warm up, all this practicing, all this preparation for the side splits, and we're almost there. All right, the 4th stretch that we're going to do is called either a figure 4 or a pigeon. I try to combine figure and pigeon into the same word. Pigeon. What it looks like, basically, is we're going to bring our ankle up to the opposite hip and try to bring our chest down to that hip. All right, when we're here, and it looks like this from the side, you should feel the stretch out here in the hip. You might feel a stretch in that hamstring or just inside of the hamstring. And that's it. Let's get started. If you do this on the back, it is the version that's easier to control. It's a little more tiring to do because you have to pull your own leg. But you get to feel the stretch and you get to adjust the pressure. All right, so what you do is take that leg, cross it over to the other knee, reach your hands through, and pull on that knee to pull the leg in. And that's it. Hold steady pressure for 30 seconds. Try to get closer if you can the whole time. And let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew. Okay. Relax for a second. Shake out that leg that we just stretched. And let's switch to the other side. All right, same thing. Lay down. Cross the leg you want to stretch over. And then reach through, grab the opposite knee, and steady pressure for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are done with 4 of the 5 stretches. It's time. It is time to do the side splits. If you have been here watching for a bunch of minutes now and you're wondering what it is that we do, we do 30 minutes of side splits related stretching every single day. And we do it to practice consistency, to build a little community, as you can see in the chat going, and we hopefully make some progress towards our goals. We do all of the things that we just did, everything, all 8 of the other exercises, to prepare our hips, to warm up our joints for what we're about to do, the side splits. All right? And if you have never done a side split or anything close to it before, that's totally okay. I can't do a side split either. I'm close, but I'm not there. And I'm going to walk you through how to get into one safely. If you've been here for a couple of minutes, you know that I keep on talking about using a wall behind you, and this is another time where we're going to use the wall. All right, so setting up for the side split looks a lot like how we set up for the pancake, which was 2 stretches ago. And what we're going to do is take one step in front of the wall behind us, then we're going to spread the legs nice and wide until it is no longer comfortable. All right. As soon as it stops being comfortable, I want you to lean forward and get into a push-up position with your arms. This way, the weight is no longer on your hips, the pressure is reduced, and it's in your hands. From here, I want you to do something called external rotation. So this leg, I want you to rotate it so that the heel is on the ground, the toes are pointing up, and the knees are pointing up, and the quads are pointing up. I want you to do that for both sides. All right? From here, if your hands are still on the ground and your toes are pointing up, we should have just unlocked your hips and your legs. There's some bone stuff that we don't need to talk too much about, but when you rotate it like this, the bones no longer crash into each other, and you should be able to get into a slightly deeper position. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm dropping steadily into a deeper position as we hang out here. All right? If this is as deep as you feel like you can go, stop. You don't need to go any further. If you feel like you might be able to go a little bit further and you want to try, you can try walking your hands back closer to your hips so that more of your weight is directly over the side split. And that will put more pressure into your side split. Okay? From here, if you feel like you're totally stuck, you can stop, or you can try to give yourself a little bit of a wiggle and see if you can push out a little bit further and deeper into the stretch. And if you are done, it's time to hold this position for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Crawl forward on those hands, those push-up hands, and bring the legs in. We're going to take a quick break, rest those muscles for a little bit, and then get back into round 2 of side split stretches. All right, I'm going to stand up real quick, shake out my legs. I'm going to come over and check the comments because it's been a while. I've completely forgotten. Foxy Roxy's thighs are suffering. Liverpool, it's not so sad. Yes, are you suffering? I am definitely suffering. Yes, I get the impression that Liverpool lives in Liverpool where Diego used to play. And Sevmek retracted the message. Liverpool is not so sad. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. That was 45-ish seconds of break in between our 2 side split stretches. So let's keep going. All right. Shake out that leg one more time. And if you tried to do a variation with the back wall, go ahead and keep doing that variation. You might have noticed, you might not have noticed that the wall is there so that if you fall backwards, the wall will catch you and you don't fall very far. In this position, when we're trying to walk our hands back, it's easy to lose balance, and I want to make sure that you feel safe and you know that you're safe because you have a wall behind you. And I totally should have explained that before. I forgot. My bad. Let's keep going. Side split, same thing. Stand 1 step away from that wall. Let the legs spread open. When it is no longer comfortable, fold at the hips and get into push-up hands. All right? From push-up hands, let's externally rotate the legs so that our toes, our knees, our quads point up, and walk the hands back to as far back as you are comfortable. Maybe that's nowhere at all. Maybe that's right under your hips. Now do a little wiggle from side to side to see if you can open up your legs some more. And once you are ready, it's time for 30 seconds of side split stretching. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, lean forward, get back onto those push-up hands, crawl forward, bring the legs back together. Whew. Oh, take a couple of breaths, relax for a second. Oh, I'm gonna step up, shake out the legs, and we have finished our second round of side split stretching. We have one last one. That means we are in the final minute of the exercises. We are almost done. Thank you so much for staying on and getting through it all. Oh. Whew. If you need to, slightly massage those legs. My legs are tired. I'm really feeling it. So maybe let's take a couple of extra seconds to move around and massage the hips. Especially moments like these where you start noticing different parts of your legs feeling a little bit tight. I hope you notice that these are all different muscles that we worked on or stretched before we started doing the side splits, and you notice that we have prepared them for this suffering that you're currently feeling. That's why we do the warm-up. All right, that's enough rest. Let's do our third and final side split. Rest your butt against the wall if you need it. If you don't, do what you got to do. Let's open those legs wide. Take a couple of deep breaths. Once it's no longer comfortable, lean forward into the push-up hands. Then externally rotate the legs so that your toes point up. Your knees point up. Your quads point up. If you're stuck here, fine, great, that's awesome. If you want to get further into the split, you can walk your hands back and put more weight directly over your hips and do a little bit of a wiggle from side to side to see if you can get any deeper. And then, once you are sure you cannot get any deeper, it's time to start our 30 seconds of stretch, our last 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, we are done. Done. Push up hands, crawl forward, bring the knees in. Relax. We have just done 3 sets of 30 seconds of side split stretching, and that means we are done. We're done. It is complete. Oh man, I'm tired. Okay. My legs are still suffering, so I'm going to slowly crawl over back to the phones so I can read comments again. But that is it. We are done with the exercises. We have come into practice consistency. Try to chit-chat, converse, and build a little bit of community, and hopefully made a little bit of progress towards our side split goals. So that is it. I'm going to come here and check out comments, but other than that, we have wrapped up all of our side split stretches for the day, and we do this every single day starting about 30-ish minutes ago, and I hope to see you soon.